For most of the world, insanity seems like a dire and far-off circumstance, only falling upon the weakest that society has to offer. Few realize how precarious the state of their mind truly is. Even the strongest of mind, body, and spirit need only a gentle push in the right direction to send them into the never-ending spiral towards their own private oblivion. This is the story of one such fall from grace. This is the story of a fallen angel. Bells echoed through the corridors of a small suburban home as a large grandfather clock chimed 6. An alarm clock on the upper floor relayed the same message to a much more disillusioned audience.
Little angel, it's time to get up. You don't want to be late for school again.
What are you talking about? It's only... Oh no!
Angel scrambled out of her bed. Hurriedly and honestly, she got ready for another day at school.
What am I going to do with her? Are you all right, honey?
Fine, Mom. All right, Mom, I'm heading out.
What about breakfast?
I'll just have a big dinner.
You better not be out too late. I'm making your favorite tonight.
Don't worry, I won't.
If only she were as punctual to school as she is to a meal.
For most, life is but a skipping record, each day going through the same repetitive motions over and over again. Wake up, eat, go to school, stay with your clique, go home, eat, sleep, rinse, repeat. The vast majority of the world is content with this mundane and mediocre lifestyle, but for a choice few, this cycle isn't enough. To them, something is missing or taken. The day breezed by, as most mundane things do. Angel walked, with her clique, to a local cafe.
Geez, that teacher is such a stiff-neck.
Just because she's a stiff-neck doesn't mean you weren't being a jerk. Right, Angel?
It's not the teacher's fault you have such a big mouth.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Sorry. Outspoken. That's what you call it, right?
You're an idiot, Kevin! What do you think she meant by your mouth being too big for your ears?
Wait, I thought you said my ears were too big for my head.
Well, that too.
As many can attest, good friends are hard to come by, and even harder to keep, especially for 7 years. For Angel, these childhood companions are irreplaceable. Kevin is often described as loud, outgoing, and, at times, annoying, whereas Sharon is, as most would say, too normal. The three left the cafe and began walking home. Kevin was the first to leave the group, his home being in the opposite direction. On their way home, Angel and Sharon stopped by an old playground, where they rested and talked on a small swing set.
You think he noticed?
Not a chance. You know how forgetful he is. He's lucky to remember his own name, much less that you're moving today.
Oh, thank God. You know how emotional he is.
Even so, not telling him is a bit harsh. Don't you think he at least deserves a goodbye?
I tried, but every time I did, I got cut off. He may be a goof, but he's still popular.
I guess that's true. But I still don't understand why you're leaving.
My dad's office is being relocated, so I have to go with him just to make sure he eats properly.
But why do you have to go?
I only have one family, Angel. And since Mom died, I'm stuck keeping the house intact. You've seen my dad. He can't live on his own. Have you ever thought about where your life is going?
I don't see the point in looking at the future. The present is what we control.
That's true.
But sometimes I ponder what's next in life.
You too?
Yeah.
But you seem like a girl who has her whole life planned out already. I'm always thinking about the what-ifs.
What ifs? I ask myself 1,000 of those every day.
After what seemed to be hours, Angel and Sharon finally decided to part ways. One last time.
Be sure to keep in touch, okay?
I'll try.
As Angel watched Sharon walk away, she had a sinking feeling it would be the last time she saw or heard from her dear friend ever again. The fear of never seeing her best friend again overtook Angel's thoughts. Angel arrived home, still deep in thought, and even deeper in despair.
Mom, I'm home!
Welcome back, little Angel. How was school?
Same old, same old.
Angel began to make her way towards the staircase.
Aren't you going to eat, honey?
I'm not hungry, Mom.
Slowly, Angel scaled the stairs and made her way into her bedroom. Not bothering to turn on the light, Angel dropped herself onto her bed and let her tears soak into her sheets. Before Angel could fully succumb to her emotions, the door slowly creaked open and the lights flashed on.
Oh, you're worried about Sharon, aren't you?
Leave me alone, Mom.
Miss Walker crossed the room and sat on the edge of her daughter's bed.
I know it isn't easy to see a friend leave, little Angel, but just because you might not see her anymore doesn't mean your friendship is over. You can still be great friends.
And how do you know, Mom? How do you know it's not over? How do you know she'll even remember my name?
Honey, you and Sharon have been friends for 7 years. Can you honestly believe she would just forget you altogether?
What about Kevin, Mom? We've known him just as long, and Sharon didn't so much as say goodbye to him. She didn't even tell him she was leaving.
Now, I find it hard to believe that Sharon didn't even try to say goodbye to Kevin. I'll bet she's telling him goodbye right now. Try to call Kevin.
Slowly, Angel picked up her phone and dialed the number.
You have reached Kevin's love hotline.
See, my little
Leave a
angel?
message and I'll be sure
Sharon's
to call.
in no hurry to lose any of her friends, especially not you two. You should know that more than anyone, little angel.
With a sudden burst of emotion, Angel threw herself onto her mother and sobbed openly into her shoulder. Miss Walker returned her affection with a gentle embrace.
I don't want her to go, Mom. Why does she have to go?
I know it isn't fair, honey, but few things in this life are. Just because things don't go our way doesn't mean something has to end. You always have the option to push forward, no matter what obstacles are put in your way. We all go through loss, great and small. How we deal with it is what matters.
I'm sorry for yelling at you. I didn't mean...
Shh, it's all right, baby. I understand. I know it isn't easy to watch a friend leave, especially as one as close to you as Sharon. Now, clean yourself up and come and get something to eat.
Angel released her mother and stayed seated on her bed. Miss Walker started towards the open doorway, but was stopped just as she reached the opening.
Hey, Mom? Thank you. For everything, I mean.
You don't need to thank me, little angel. I'm just doing my job.
Miss Walker exited the room and walked back down to the kitchen. Angel freshened up and joined her mother for dinner. Family is thought to be one of the strongest institutions in the world, and rightly so. The deep emotional bond forged by family is difficult to break, to say the least. But it is a family's strength as a group that makes any individual in a family so weak. That emotional bond is so strong that when it is finally severed, the mental and emotional blow can be devastating to any, if not all, of the members of the family. For some, it can be just the push one needs. After dinner, Angel went back upstairs, now much more calm, much more serene, much more confident in her friends and her family. Angel lay down on her bed and picked up her phone from her bedside table.
Hello?
Sharon,
Angel? Is that you?
I know this is probably a bad time, but I need to talk to you.
Angel, I'm packing. We're about to leave for the airport.
Please, Sharon, Just one more time.
Jeez, no one ever told me being friends with you would be such a pain.
You're one to talk.
For a small period of time, everything was as it had always been. No one was moving away, no one would be missed, and no one would cry. For this unfairly small stretch, life was perfect. But, as we all know, all good things must, eventually, come to an end, and perfect things even sooner.
I have to go now, Angel. The airport shuttle is here.
I'll miss you, Sharon.
Don't. I'm not going anywhere. We'll still talk, Angel. We're still friends.
You know it won't be the same.
Yeah, I know, Angel.
I love you, Sharon.
I love you too, Angel. Well, goodbye.
No! Don't say goodbye, Sharon. Goodbye means the end. It's not the end, Sharon. Please. It's not the end.
I'll talk to you soon, Angel.
Talk to you soon.
That night, Angel cried herself to sleep. It pains me to say that this would be the last time this could happen. Angel was woken abruptly from her slumber to the sound of a shattering window. As she looked at her doorway in fear, a shadow eased slowly past her door from the direction of her mother's room. Shortly after, soft footsteps descended the stairs. Before long, curiosity got the better of Angel. She walked out of her room, into the hallway, and, slowly, down the stairs. Looking over the banister into the kitchen, Angel saw her mother standing quite still and looking very afraid.
Mom?
With a start, Miss Walker looked to the staircase and saw her daughter at the bottom.
Angel, go back upstairs. Call the police.
Don't bother. I've already cut the line.
Run, Angel. Go find help.
Angel turned to run out the door.
Stay right where you are. We wouldn't want anything to happen to your dear mommy, would we?
Angel turned back to her mother to see a large man behind her, dressed in all black, holding a knife to her throat.
Angel, don't worry about me. Just run.
I'm giving the orders around here. Get over here, now.
Angel stood completely still, frozen in fear.
Are you deaf? I told you to get over here, you dumb bitch!
Angel began to take slow, cautious steps towards her mother's captor.
That's right. Just like that.
Angel, don't listen to him. Run away.
I'm getting real tired of your mouth, you hag.
The intruder pressed the knife closer to Miss Walker's bare neck, drawing the smallest bit of blood. Angel saw the blood dripping slowly onto the floor and began to feel faint, nauseous, and very, very frightened. Angel's movements began to stutter as she moved closer to her mother's side. Living with some kind of irrational fear is a common occurrence with the majority of the world's population. But, for that same majority, their phobia is usually nothing more than an occasional nuisance. Unfortunately, this is not such a case. The room around Angel began to spin as she inched closer to the spot of wet blood on the floor. Angel's breathing became heavy and labored.
Run, Angel, run!
I told you to shut up, you fucking bitch!
Angel's eyes became vacant as she succumbed to her fears. Her legs gave way and she collapsed onto the floor, unconscious.
God damn it! Get up, you useless bitch! I don't have time to play games with you!
Unwittingly, the burglar loosened his grip on Miss Walker. Feeling the lack of restraint, Miss Walker sent a quick elbow into her assaulter's stomach in an attempt to break free. Unfortunately for Miss Walker, this was not the burglar's first run. Acting on rage, the burglar thrust the knife into Miss Walker's back. The knife pierced Miss Walker's heart. She fell in bleeding, unmoving pain on top of her unconscious daughter. Angel was startled awake by the sudden weight dropped on her body. Slowly, she realized that she was covered in blood, and whose blood it was.
Mom? Mom?
Angel, run. You need to run while you can.
Mom? No! No, please don't go!
It's going to be all right. Angel, don't be sorry. I was just doing my job. Remember, stay away from Ouroboros.
Mom, wake up. Mom, wake up! Please wake up.
Regaining his breath, the thief began to stand again.
Ah, damn it. Lost one.
The intruder took out his switchblade and pointed it towards the crying Angel.
Now, get over here, little angel.
At those words, Angel's mind went blank. Angel quickly rose from underneath her mother's corpse, pushing it aside as if it no longer mattered. Grabbing a kitchen knife from the counter just above her, Angel advanced without hesitation towards the would-be burglar. The burglar then felt a fear that had only ever been caused by the barrel of a gun being pressed against his forehead, but this time, he knew, the trigger had been pulled. Angel closed in on the ex-captor, raised the knife above her head, and she woke from her nightmare once again in her quiet apartment.
Damn it, not again.
Though it has been said that Angel would never again cry herself to sleep, waking up in tears is all too common. Angel rose from her bed, not bothering to check the time. She got dressed, made her own breakfast, and waited for the sun to rise.